Hey Maddie, so this is just a quick tutorial for me, just to how use our dashboard. So you enter a site, you get to redirect it to your login page, log in with Twitch, give it a couple of moments, and you'll be redirected into our dashboard. Here you can create a new event. So I'm just going to name my event Maddie Testing, and I'm going to select Valorant as my game, and I'm going to select the Classic HUD as my overlay. I create an event, and this should redirect me into my event room, like so. And at this point, you will see two different copy buttons, one for server code and one for overlay URL. So I'll tell you what each of these does. So here, copy into the BLOB desktop app. So very important, you should have this desktop app open before, so I'm just going to pretend here, right? Before you have Valorant open, right? So you would have BLOB desktop, and then you'd open up Valorant. So you type in your credentials here and you'd log in, right? So you need to have our desktop app running before Valorant. So that's very important, just to get the game data and stuff working correctly. Next thing you need to do is copy this code and just paste it as the server code here. And this is a one-time process. So what does that mean is that it actually remembers that this is your room. So as you can see here, it's redirected me into the room. So if I close this and I open it back up again, oops, that is not blob. I don't know what I just searched. If I open blob again, um, here it will redirect me straight into the room without me needing it. So that's just a one-time process, just remembering that, okay, this is my room. Overlay URL, this is the link that you put into your HUD. So for example, here I already have it open. So this is just the overlay URL that you put as a browser source as into your OBS. So for example, here I can go to browser, and let's say this is Valorant overlay, and this is that, and then 1920 and 1080, like so. Okay. Give it a few moments in OBS, and it should pop up like that. All right. Now, where the control panels and stuff are located is in the live game. So this is your bread and butter. This is where you change a whole bunch of stuff. So for example, if you want to change the team names, you do it right here. So say I want to name the left team Blobby, the right team I want to name it Giblet. You can see that the team names are shown here in the preview. Importantly, this is not live yet. So if I go to OBS here, as you can see, it's still saying left team, right team. Now, as soon as I click Save Changes, now it's changed, right? So this is your that Save Changes button. That's where you're actually sending it in to go live, essentially. Now, this thing, Riot Game ID. So this is just making sure that the players stick to the right team. So what does that mean? So right now, for example, this person here, it's a bit small, we can't read it, but Soul is assigned to Team Blobby, right? That's just the default, right? Because they're on attack. But say we don't want that. Say on attack it's actually Giblet right now. So we just write Soul right now. And as you can see here, Giblet is now changed up with Soul, right? So before it was Blobby. Now it's Soul. Right, so that's how this tracking system works. It just makes sure that between jumping between games that is being synced up nicely. Next thing is our HUD editor. So this is the page where you basically want to customize the HUD however you may want is on this page here. So for example, you want to change the color to blue. There you go. You want to change the color to green. There you go. Right? It's everything's right here for you to edit, for you to change stuff. You don't want ultimates for some reason. There you go. You don't want kills for some reason. There you go. And you have a buy round as well over here. So this is what happens during buy rounds. And we have the small variant here if you don't want just a big fat block coming up on the bottom of your screen. Players and teams, this is if you want to actually set players and teams. For example, I want to make a team called Blobby, and that's set. Oh, sorry. I want to make a new team called Blobby, and that's set. And I want to make a new team called Giblet, and that's set as well. So what I mean by set is that this is just something that's saved, and I don't need to type every single time in live game. So that's where you do that. So for example here, Blobby, Giblet. It's kind of redundant because I already have that, right? But that's something that you can do. Now, tournaments, this is where you have stuff like for the tournament logos, the tournament sponsor. So I'll just show you what the tournament sponsor looks like. So for example, let's say I want to include our logo like so, like this, and I click add sponsor, and let's just name this BLOB sponsor. The name doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's just for you to keep track of everything. And if you go to HUD editor for a quick moment and you go to our in-game, actually, let's go to live game. There we go. Live game, you can see the overlay at BLOB Productions right there. That's where the sponsor would go. So that's where you would change that. And of course, team logos, they work as you'd expect. So for example, I want to put a logo on Blobby and I want to put, say, the Luminosity logo for some apparent reason. I want Blobby to be associated with Luminosity. Give it a few moments while it's sending the image like that. And you click Save Changes here. And you go to Live Game, and you can see that Blobby is now have the Luminosity logo. And of course, you can do the same with Giblet, right? So hopefully that all makes sense, right? We've made this in the hopes that everything is, very easy to understand for you guys. Doesn't really, you guys don't really need to do a lot. Like for example, this scoreline, that's automatic. This series score, so this is the series score here. That's you can add it. Yeah, you can add it manually if you want, but this is automatic, right? So when a game finishes, it will automatically add the series score for you guys if you guys want it. So that's right there. So yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. In terms of this is the text. So for example, I go, this is a random text, and this is, I say like, I don't know, some casters and stuff, uh, like that. So if I go, this is a random text, and I go here into my thingy, you can see that this is random text appears there very slightly. It's a bit hard to read there, but it does appear. So yeah, that's basically our dashboard. Hopefully everything makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a shout in the DMs.